Good people. What's up? So no. All right. Do it again. Good people. It's your boy James Scott. Born Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Claimed Willenboro,
New Jersey.
What's up, good people? James Scott. J Soul. J Soul stands for James Sings Only Unto the Lord. It's my reminder. It wasn't a cool name. It was like, yo, man, let's just come up with something creative. No, it was just a reminder of why I do what I do, so I would never lose that focus. Wow. The concept of the wall. Everybody in life lives with some sort of level of blockage, whether you believe that you're a sinner, whether you believe that you're a saint, whether you are a pastor, or whether you are an usher, or you literally just work at the common grocery store. Like, everybody has some sort of blockage that comes between kind of like goals in life or just progression, simply put. So this whole album, this whole concept, it forces us to think about that wall, that distraction, that thing that's in the way, that's causing blockage in getting us to purpose or getting us to destiny. So it's exciting because it forces us to face the reality that, hey, there's something wrong, whether it's the wall of homosexuality, the wall of lying, the wall of I'm a bad steward, with my finances. But we're addressing the issues, and we're coming to God honestly and boldly saying that there's an issue that we're ready to conquer. My prayer is that everybody obtains freedom. No deep revelation to it. I pray that as everyone hears my story and is exposed to my transparency through this album, that you find your own story in this. And, I'm a firm believer that just because we are products of our upbringing or environment, that we don't have to be prisoners to the same thing. So, freedom is mandatory. With Christ, we are supposed to be free. He that the Son set free is free indeed. So everything that we usually don't address on Sunday mornings and Wednesday during Bible study, I really want to take some time to, address on this album. I Choose to Be Free is one of my favorite songs. I got to be honest. I like more than just I Choose to Be Free, but that's the first one that comes to mind because it's a song that represents freedom. It's a song that I believe reestablishes who we're supposed to be in God, and being like Christ and walking this earth and sharing the message and not being afraid to stand on what the word says. When we choose sides, to stand with Christ, that means in unpopular moments, I still choose Christ. I believe that the enemy has created this false sense of who God is and who Christ is, and we've all kind of like fell for it to a certain extent, because we're taking on this false ideology or this false Christianity that says, we're able to be comfortable in our churches and comfortable without going to the streets, and comfortable as long as we have our machines that are well oiled or our doctrines, that's cool. But, to be like Jesus, we have to first do what Jesus did. And he walked the earth and walked outside and spent time with the prostitutes. He spent time with the whoremongers. In Luke, he said, the well are not in need of a physician. I came for the sick. So I think we just have to put, those teachings, those ways of Christ, just, put them in proper perspective and walk it out. So I choose to be free. All right, that's a big question. Okay. First of all, let me start by saying this. We're all tainted to a certain extent. Whether you've been saved for 50 years, you're just coming to a knowledge of who Christ is and what he's called you to do. Like, we're all tainted, from the pulpit all the way down to the car, parking ministry. Like, we're all tainted and all messed up in some sort of way. So given that as a disclaimer, I would hope that I am more engulfed in, with the love of God. I love God more. In my opinion, it's more of a question that I feel like others around me have to answer or should answer. But my personal opinion, I just feel like there's a lot less that matters. Before, it was all about, hey, let's get this record out, still loving Jesus, but it was so focused around career and platform and let's do this. And a lot of it was because I thought that that was the proper thing. That's what artists do. So in the time, I've learned more that my first calling is to obedience. My second calling, is to my family. My third calling is to my purpose. So I'm really, really still learning that order and how to do all of those things with a level of excellence that's just pleasing to God. Okay, it started with Controversy. That was, I call it my Young Bull CD, where I just wanted to get honest thoughts, out on paper and then put it to music through the whole studio process. Then we went national when we reintroduced the Controversy CD as Real. And this CD is it's amazing. I believe that it's my best work, but I believe that it's just truly where I am. I've grown, a lot from Controversy. I was able to obtain a lot of healing, praise the Lord. So this album is very much more responsible. I'm able to convey the message of Jesus with love and truth, not just truth. Hey fam, just as a word of encouragement to everybody out there, I was explaining to my wife one day that it's amazing how when you think of personalities and who we are, for instance, basketball, LeBron James does not play like Kobe Bryant. They're not the same height, they're not the same weight, but as long as they do what they do in the rules, within the rules of basketball, it's okay to show their personality. When it comes to Jesus Christ, we have to remember that there is no personality except for him. So when we're on stage, when we're out in the streets, when we're living our lives as husbands, as wives, as sons, daughters, whatever the case may be, and all that we do, there's only one God that is supposed to be viewed, and that's Jesus Christ. So embrace who he is so we can let go of who we are, and we can show this world that there is a true God and there is a true King that has an awesome, awesome plan for their lives. And that's Jesus. Love you guys.